Bonjour. In this presentation I'm going to explain how to form the perfect tense in French. And it's part one because we're only going to look at regular and irregular verbs that take avoir. In part two, which will be coming soon, I will explain that some verbs use être instead and how to form those and how to know which ones they are. The perfect tense is one of the past tenses, and in English you form the perfect tense of regular verbs by adding ed. So I played, I have played. You can also say I did play. And some of the irregular verbs in English would be things like I went, I ate, I had. Those are all also perfect tense in English. In French there are three parts to the perfect tense. There's the pronoun, or the subject of the sentence. There's the auxiliary verb, and for these verbs we're looking at today, that will be avoir, or part of avoir, and there is a past participle. Here's an example. So we have the pronoun je, and in this case because we have an a following it, we've shortened it to j apostrophe, but it's still je, so I. We have est, which is part of avoir, which is the auxiliary verb, and we have jouer, and if you notice it's e accent, but it's still pronounced jouer, and that's your past participle. So if you look at the examples below, you'll see that when you change the pronoun, you just have to put the relevant part of avoir. So j'ai joué becomes tu as joué, you played. Il or elle a joué, he or she played. On a joué, we played. Nous avons joué, we played. Vous avez joué, you played. And il and elle ont joué, they played. Okay, this shows you why it's so important to learn the verb avoir off by heart. So to form the past participle of regular verbs, for ER verbs such as jouer, manger, écouter, regarder, bavarder, and there are many more, all you do is take off the ER from the infinitive and you replace it with E and acute accent. So jouer becomes jouer with an accent. IR verbs, finir, to finish, choisir, to choose, réussir, to pass or succeed, remove the IR and replace it with an I. And for RE verbs, such as attendre, to wait, perdre, to lose, entendre, to hear, you replace the RE with a U. So, pit stop test time. Can you change the infinitives in brackets into the correct form of the perfect tense? If you pause the presentation, have a go, and then you can restart it for the answers. Okay, number one. J'ai mangé au restaurant. Number two. Ont écouté de la musique. Number three. Il a fini ses devoirs. Elle a réussi à ses examens. Vous avez attendu le bus? And number six. On a entendu le professeur. So number one, I ate at the restaurant. Number two, we listened to music. Number three, he finished his homework. Number four, she passed her exams. Number five, did you wait for the bus? And number six, we heard the teacher. Okay, but as is so often in French, all things are not straightforward. So there are irregular verbs, and these ones you're just going to have to learn how they change because there's no strict pattern. So faire changes to fait, avoir to eu, être changes to été, boire changes to bu, voir changes to vu, prendre to pris, écrire, écrit, and lire to lu. Now there are more of these and you just have to learn by heart which ones they are, but these are the ones that I thought would be most useful to you. Right, so let's see if we can put all this together. Here's some useful vocabulary, some of the phrases you might not have known. Pause the presentation, have a go at the 6 questions, and then continue for the answers. Okay, so number 1, my brother went sailing. Now we know that sailing is faire de la voile. That's the infinitive, faire. So it's faire that you need to put into the past tense and not to be confused because in English it says went sailing. Changes to mon frère a fait de la voile avec mon père. Number 2, we ate. That's a regular verb. It's an ER verb. Nous avons, or you could say on a mangé à la cantine. Number 3, regarder, the verb to watch, is a regular ER verb. You can either say tu as, or if you remember, when we do questions, you can turn the first 2 words of the sentence round. As-tu regardé le film le week-end dernier? And because I wasn't specific and I didn't say whether it's formal or informal, you could have also written vous avez or avez-vous regardé le film? Number 4. The verb to read is lire, which was one of those irregular ones. Mes parents ont lu un livre car c'était reposant. Number 5. I played, regular ER verb, and the verb to win, if you look at the useful vocabulary, is gagner, and again that's a regular ER verb. J'ai joué au tennis avec mon frère et nous avons gagné. And number 6, I saw, you need to use the verb voir, to see, which is one of the irregular ones. Ma mère et moi avons vu le match de foot. C'était super. So I hope you found that useful. It's worth practicing. It's not the easiest tense to master. And if you subscribe, you'll be ready to receive part 2 as soon as it's ready, and any other presentations as they become available. Merci bien, au revoir.